American-style pickup trucks are hitting Melbourne roads as sales reach record levels, but some fed-up drivers say the vehicles have no place down under.
What if we told you Ford is planning to shake up the auto industry in 2026 with 3 bold new models no one saw coming? A sleek new Taurus, a shockingly tiny Ranchero pickup, and the wildest Mustang ever, the off-road ready Mustang Raptor. Why bring back sedans? Who's asking for a micro truck? And how did they turn a muscle car into a desert machine? So what's really driving this bold move? And how will it change the future of driving? Let's take a moment to talk about the man behind Ford's biggest surprise ever, Jim Farley, the CEO, who's not just leading the company, but completely reshaping it. If you've paid any attention to the auto industry over the past few years, you'll know Farley isn't your typical corporate boss. He's not just sitting in boardrooms, reviewing spreadsheets, and tweaking the margins. He's out there talking to enthusiasts, studying markets, racing cars himself, and asking the tough questions that legacy car makers often avoid. And more importantly, he's actually acting on the answers. From the moment Jim Farley took the wheel at Ford, he made one thing unmistakably clear: the days of building safe, or boring, vehicles just to fill categories are over. He doesn't believe in spreading resources thin by chasing every trend or trying to win every segment. Instead, he's laser focused on building vehicles that matter, cars and trucks with distinct personalities, real-world purpose, and emotional appeal. And now, that philosophy is about to hit the streets in the most dramatic way yet with the 2026 Taurus, Ranchero, and Mustang Raptor, 3 completely different models, each shaking up a category in its own way. But what makes this shift so exciting isn't just the vehicles themselves, it's the mindset behind them. In a recent interview, Farley pointed to the Raptor lineup, those beastly off-road performance trucks, as the blueprint for how future Fords should feel. His message was clear: why settle for ordinary when you can create something unforgettable? Farley sees the Raptor story as a symbol of what's possible when a company dares to break away from the pack. What started as a niche truck built for Baja-style racing quickly exploded into a global hit, proving that personality, performance, and purpose can absolutely coexist in a production vehicle. Now, Farley wants to carry that same energy into the rest of Ford's lineup, not just with trucks, but with sedans, crossovers, and performance cars too. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Ford's 2026 triple threat. Let's start with the Taurus. Once a staple of American roads, it faded out as buyers flocked to SUVs and crossovers. But under Jim Farley's leadership, the Taurus isn't just coming back, it's being completely reimagined. Sleeker, smarter, and packed with tech. This isn't the bland family sedan of old. It's here to bring excitement back to a segment most automakers have either ignored or abandoned. Farley recognized a market others overlooked: drivers who still want an affordable, stylish, and reliable sedan with some personality. So instead of giving up, Ford is diving back in and doing it with style. Then comes the Ranchero, and here's where things really get interesting. No one expected this name to return, let alone as America's first subcompact pickup, but that's exactly what Ford is doing. Designed for younger, urban buyers, it offers the flexibility of a truck without the bulk or price tag. Starting under $22,000, the Ranchero could shake up the compact truck market just like the Maverick did. And it's not just about practicality, it's got real personality. Farley isn't just building utility vehicles, he's building something people want to drive. This is a product that only happens when a company truly listens. And right now, Ford is listening better than anyone. And then there's the Mustang Raptor, easily the boldest movie of them all. An off-road Mustang with a lifted suspension, massive tires, and up to 700 plus horsepower? That's not just a new twist, it's a whole new category. And while it sounds wild, that's what makes it work. It proves that Farley's not afraid to mess with tradition, not for the sake of shock value, but to push the brand forward. Like the Broncos comeback, it's a gamble that could pay off big. The common thread: Jim Farley isn't just revamping cars, he's revamping Ford's momentum. In a world where automakers are all chasing the same trends, electric platforms, cookie-cutter crossovers, Ford's zigging where others zag. It's reviving sedans, shrinking trucks, and putting muscle cars on dirt. It's risky, it's bold, and that's the point. Farley's not trying to please everyone. Instead, he's targeting specific groups with laser focus. value-driven sedan buyers, first-time truck owners looking for affordability, and thrill seekers craving power and off-road adventure. These aren't generic vehicles meant to hit a sales quota. They're purpose-built machines, each with a distinct identity and a real sense of who they're for. And that's the shift. Ford's 2026 lineup isn't just about new models. It's about a new mindset. It's about leadership that's not afraid to take chances, and a company that wants to build vehicles people actually care about. Under Farley, Ford isn't making cars to fill shelves. It's building them to turn heads and start conversations. Judging by the buzz these three vehicles have already generated, the strategy is working. Ford isn't just back. It's back with a mission, with momentum, and with a lineup that might just change the game. So, with Jim Farley calling the shots, we've got a brand that's thinking big, moving fast, and ready to surprise everyone. He's not just leading Ford, he's reinventing it. And what better way to kick off this new chapter than with a jaw-dropping move that no one saw coming, the return of the legendary Ford Taurus. Let's be honest, for years, most people assumed the Taurus was history. It had quietly disappeared from US showrooms, while SUVs and crossovers took over the roads. It was a name most people associated with the past. A solid sedan that once ruled American driveways, now just a distant memory. But in true Farley fashion, Ford is flipping that script. The Taurus is back in 2026, and this time, it's nothing like the version your parents or grandparents might have driven. This is not a nostalgic throwback or a last-minute badge slap. No, this is a full-on reinvention, built from the ground up to challenge what a modern sedan can be. It's bolder, sharper, and more tech-savvy than ever. And it's here to prove that sedans are far from dead. Why bring the Taurus back now? Simple. While most automakers are retreating from the sedan market, Jim Farley saw an opportunity others missed. There's still a strong demand for sedans that are stylish, practical, and affordable, especially for buyers who want something different from the sea of bulky SUVs. Ford isn't chasing old trends here. They're starting a new one, and the Taurus is leading the charge. So, what makes this new Taurus such a big deal? First off, the platform. It's built on Ford's modern and versatile C2 architecture, the same one used in the Bronco Sport, Escape, and Focus. That means a smoother ride, excellent fuel efficiency, and a more dynamic driving experience. But it also gives the Taurus a solid foundation to build on, one that balances comfort and control. Then there's the design, and wow, what a transformation. Gone is the safe, conservative look of older models. In its place, a sleek, fastback style silhouette with a serious attitude. The new Taurus has Mustang-inspired LED lighting, a sculpted hood, and a wide, planted stance that screams confidence. This isn't just a family sedan. It's got the swagger of a four-door muscle car. Inside, Ford's clearly listened to what customers wanted. You're getting a fully digital cockpit with a 13.2-inch center touchscreen, a digital instrument cluster, and even an optional passenger side display on higher trims. But they didn't go overboard. Farley made sure that physical buttons are still there for key functions like climate control and volume, because not everyone wants to scroll through 3 menus just to adjust the air conditioning. The Taurus doesn't just look good, it drives smart too. Under the hood, Ford is offering multiple engine choices, so you're not locked into a one-size-fits-all setup. There's a fuel-efficient 1.5-liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder for budget-minded drivers, a stronger 2.0-liter EcoBoost with around 250 horsepower for those who want more punch, and a super-efficient 2.5-liter hybrid that's all about high MPG. Front-wheel drive comes standard, while all-wheel drive is available on higher trims. It's a flexible lineup that balances performance with practicality. Your car, your way. Now here's the kicker. Pricing is expected to start between $25,000 and $30,000. That puts the new Taurus in direct competition with the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, and Hyundai Sonata. But with its bold design, modern tech, and well-rounded powertrains, the Taurus doesn't just compete, it has a real shot at standing out. And in the bigger picture, this isn't just a comeback, it's a statement. Ford is saying loud and clear, sedans still matter, they're still worth building, and most importantly, they can still be exciting. It's a gutsy move in today's SUV-dominated world, but that's exactly what makes it bold. And bold is what Ford, under Jim Farley's leadership, is aiming for. But if you thought bringing back the Taurus was surprising, just wait until you see what's next, because Ford is stepping into a segment that barely exists today. Introducing the 2026 Ford Ranchero, a subcompact pickup that's small in size but massive in ambition. This could be Ford's most disruptive move yet. To be clear, this isn't some retro throwback to the Ranchero of the 60s or 70s. It's not a muscle car with a bed. This Ranchero is a brand new, purpose-built utility vehicle for a world where compactness, affordability, and clever practicality rule the day. Built on the same C2 platform as the Focus and Escape, the Ranchero is even smaller than the compact Maverick, and that's the point. It's made for urban drivers, first-time truck owners, and anyone who wants utility without the bulk. It's small enough for city parking, but still tough enough to haul bikes, gear, or weekend project supplies. Powertrain options are smart and efficient. A 1.5-liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder for fuel savings, and a 2.5-liter hybrid likely borrowed from the Maverick that's expected to deliver over 40 miles per gallon in the city. Incredible for any truck. All-wheel drive may not be offered, but the Ranchero isn't trying to be an off-roader. It's a daily driver with truck functionality. The 4.5-foot bed is compact but usable, great for deliveries, light hauling, or errands. Inside, it's all about simplicity and function, easy to clean surfaces, smart storage, and either an 8-inch or 12.3-inch touchscreen, depending on the trim level. Modern features without overcomplicating things. And here's the big headline. Ford aims to price it under $22,000. That makes the Ranchero one of the most affordable trucks in America, even cheaper than many sedans and crossovers. When you combine that price with its utility and efficiency, you get a vehicle that could completely shake up the entry-level market. And this isn't just for the US. The Ranchero is a global play, designed to fit perfectly in places like South America, Southeast Asia, and parts of Europe where compact pickups are in high demand. Analysts even predict it could outsell larger pickups in some regions. Once again, Jim Farley saw an opening where others didn't. While most of the industry is going bigger and pricier, Ford went smaller, smarter, and more affordable, and may have just struck gold. So whether it's the return of the Taurus or the bold arrival of the Ranchero, one thing's crystal clear. Ford isn't following trends, it's setting them. And with Farley at the helm, these bold surprises are just getting started. Up next, a Mustang like you've never seen before. Not for the track, but for the wild. Buckle up. The design? Think mini truck meets modern SUV. Upright stance, bold wheel arches, rugged cues, but nothing too flashy. It's tough without trying too hard. And inside, Ford keeps things simple but smart. Wipe-clean materials, hidden storage, and a touchscreen that doesn't overwhelm. Under the hood, you've got two engine options. A fuel-efficient 1.5-liter EcoBoost or a 2.5-liter hybrid that can hit over 40 miles per gallon in the city. All this while aiming for a base price under $22,000. That's almost unheard of for any pickup, let alone one that's ready to sell globally, from urban America to the tight streets of Europe and beyond. This isn't just a clever new vehicle, it's a statement. Ford is saying small doesn't have to mean basic. And Farley is proving once again that he understands where the gaps are and how to fill them in bold, unexpected ways. So, if the Taurus was the comeback and the Ranchero is the disruptor, what's next? Buckle up, because Ford's last surprise is the wildest one yet. A Mustang like you've never seen before. Just when you think Ford's 2026 lineup couldn't get any crazier, Jim Farley goes full throttle and unleashes the biggest shock of them all, the Mustang Raptor. Yes, you heard that right. The iconic pony car, known for tearing up asphalt, is now going off-road. And it's not a concept. It's real, it's factory built, and it's absolutely wild. This is the kind of move only Farley would greenlight. A total genre bender that fuses raw muscle with Raptor-grade toughness. It's like dropping a Mustang into the desert and telling it to go full Baja Beast mode. It shouldn't make sense, but it totally does. Imagine the familiar Mustang attitude, aggressive styling, roaring V8, but now add huge all-terrain tires, lifted suspension, skid plates, long travel shocks, and even removable roof panels. The Mustang Raptor looks like it was built to jump dunes, crawl rocks, and still rip 0 to 60 faster than most SUVs can blink. Power? Oh, it's got it. 2 insane engine options. A naturally aspirated 5.0-liter Coyote V8, pushing close to 500 horsepower, or a supercharged 5.2-liter Predator V8, cranking out over 700. That's not just fast, that's supercar territory, now in a dirt-slinging off-road pony car. But don't think this is just a show-off stunt. This car is functional. It's got Ford's top-tier Raptor hardware, terrain modes, torque vectoring, and a 10-speed auto tuned for the wild. Inside, it's all about durability, water-resistant materials, off-road displays, and Mustang performance DNA everywhere you look. What's it all mean? It means Ford is tearing up the rulebook. No other brand would dare take something as sacred as the Mustang and turn it into an off-road monster. But that's exactly the point. Farley isn't here to protect the past. He's here to evolve it. The Mustang Raptor is more than just a muscle car. It's a statement. Performance isn't limited to the track. It's wherever the road ends and the adventure begins. And for those who thought the Mustang had done it all, well, you haven't seen anything yet. So with the Taurus making a bold comeback, the Ranchero flipping the pickup script, and the Mustang Raptor charging into uncharted territory, Ford's 2026 lineup isn't just surprising, it's history-making. But the big question is, will the world keep up? When Jim Farley set this bold 2026 plan into motion, he wasn't just thinking about new models, he was looking straight at the competition. And make no mistake, Ford's biggest surprise ever is also its loudest challenge to the rest of the auto world. Taurus, Ranchero, Mustang Raptor. These aren't just cars, they're moves in a bigger game, and everyone else just got put on notice. Look around, and you'll see every major car maker trying to find their next hit. GM is rumored to be reviving the Chevy Chevelle, and there's buzz about a compact EV truck on the way. Dodge and Jeep are cooking up high-performance hybrids. Even Toyota's been teasing a production version of their small, stout truck concept, which sounds a lot like they're chasing Ford's Ranchero play. But here's the thing, Ford isn't following trends, it's setting them. While rivals are still experimenting with safe concepts and watered-down reboots, Ford is throwing down bold, market-shifting products no one else saw coming. A sub-$22,000 urban pickup? A sedan comeback with Mustang DNA? An off-road Mustang supercar? That's not copying the playbook. That's rewriting it. And Farley knows this isn't just about beating the competition. It's about changing expectations. He's pushing Ford into corners of the market that other brands are ignoring or afraid to touch. By the time others catch up, Ford could already own those niches. But the biggest difference? Confidence. Farley isn't trying to please everyone. He's doubling down on 3 very specific audiences and giving them vehicles no one else is offering. That's how you lead, not just compete. So while the rest of the industry plays it safe with EVs, crossovers, and predictable refreshes, Ford's 2026 lineup feels like a dare. A dare to be different, a dare to think bigger, a dare to build something with purpose, personality, and guts. And from the looks of it, Ford's not just ready for a fight, they're already out in front. And just when you thought Ford had played all its cards, Jim Farley drops a final surprise that no one saw coming: the Ranger Super Duty. It's not part of the main trio, but it's just as big of a move. And, for many buyers, maybe the most important one yet. This isn't your everyday mid-size truck. The Ranger Super Duty is a full-on workhorse, designed from the ground up for people who don't just drive their trucks, they depend on them. Think farmers, emergency crews, tradies, utility companies. People who need serious towing power, payload capacity, and off-road muscle all in one reliable package. Farley and the Ford team have clearly been listening behind the scenes. They worked directly with fleets and industry users to build something tougher, smarter, and more capable than anything in its class. While the exact numbers are still under wraps, what we know is this: this truck is built to outperform even some full-size rigs, and it's bringing serious off-road upgrades with it. Visually, it still wears that familiar Ranger look, but underneath, it's dialed up in every direction. More towing capacity, more load capability, enhanced suspension, more rugged from top to bottom. It's not just a Ranger with a few tweaks, it's a whole new level of utility. What makes this bonus reveal so powerful is how it completes the picture. You've got the Taurus bringing back sedan loyalty, the Ranchero tackling the urban pickup niche, the Mustang Raptor breaking every rule, and now the Ranger Super Duty, proving Ford hasn't forgotten about the folks who need serious gear for serious work. Farley didn't need to announce this yet, but he did, and that tells you something. 2026 isn't just about surprising the market, it's about dominating it across the board. So, while the Mustang grabs the headlines and the Ranchero wins over the city, the Ranger Super Duty is quietly ready to take over the job site, and maybe even redefine what a mid-sized truck can be. So, what does it all mean? With the return of the Taurus, the bold arrival of the Ranchero, and the outrageous Mustang Raptor, Ford, under Jim Farley's fearless leadership, isn't just making noise, it's rewriting the rules. These aren't just new cars, they're a clear message. Ford isn't playing catch-up anymore. It's taking risks, thinking big, and going where no one else dares. This 2026 lineup hits 3 completely different markets: sedan lovers, budget-conscious truck fans, and performance thrill seekers. And somehow, it nails them all. That kind of versatility, innovation, and confidence? We haven't seen it from Ford in years. And let's be honest, no one expected this. Not from a company that had moved on from sedans, not from a brand known for playing it safe. But that's exactly what makes it Ford's biggest surprise ever. It's bold, it's different. And if these models deliver what they promise, 2026 could be the year Ford takes the crown and keeps it. The future just got a whole lot more interesting.